besties, welcome back to the channel. So I thought like we collectively agreed that we were not watching award shows anymore. Like I thought that was the plan. But you guys went and watched the Grammys without me, as I refused. For some reason, y'all thought it would be a good idea to watch that. And then everybody's confused when they see a big satanic ritual in front of them. But we will get into that later. How's everyone doing? I miss you guys, you know, per usual. If you are watching this on Patreon, then you have the full unedited video. Thank you for being here. I did launch a Patreon, you guys, for anybody who didn't know, and it's going well. Like, I'm just so excited to like have a little community helping the collective elevate, because everything just isn't all conspiracy and all, I mean, nothing is really a conspiracy anymore, because I'm up like 5,000 points in 2023 already, and we just got here. I do not have any wine. I'm drinking some green tea, but I hope you guys have your wine, your water, or your rolling tray, whatever you need to tune in with me, because we need to talk about these Grammys. Like, who are you to close off Earth? For legal reasons, if any kids are watching, you're working out. They really did that, and y'all know what I'm talking about. They really did that. There was so much that they did, but okay. So while I'm pulling up these looks, you guys tell me right now in the comments or wherever you're watching this, let me know right now what was the most outrageous part of the night for you, so we can see, you know, where our thoughts are aligning. Also, oh my gosh, just like, you know, quick shout out to my lock growth, because all right, y'all are talking too much right now. They just, like, these shells be just click, click, you know. I think I'm 9 months in now, and now we are here and my locks are formed, and I'm so excited. How are we feeling about the new look, new aesthetic? You know, I'm feeling very like connected to myself lately. That's why I started a root chakra healing on my Patreon, because I needed the extra grounding. I feel like a lot of other people do, and I know how easy it is to want to disconnect from this physical realm and our physical vessels, but we have to like figure out how important it is that we stay strong here, because we see them look at the Grammys, we see them constantly trying to attack us spiritually, mentally, physically. Like they do all these little psychological games to make us doubt ourselves and worship them. Okay, so where should we start? Let's just stick to our normal, you know how we do. Let's look at the red carpet looks. Was there a theme? I'm just like, I'm like trying to read this on like CNN style and like all these different websites. I'm just trying to figure out, like, was there a theme? First we have Cardi with this, I don't even know what she looks like, a tsunami, like some type of weather mishap. But the most important part too is that her eye is covered, because they always have to have their one eye symbolism. Like, and she's in front of the what is this? Is this CBS? CBS was who hosted this, right? I think that's their eyewitness news thing, and their little logo. It's like just so fitting, it being gold. There's a lot of gold, chrome, disco ball, sequins. That's like a major theme right now. Okay, we got Harry Styles. I don't know what why are they doing this? Was he to be fair, he's One Direction, right? That's where he's from. I was not a fan of them. I was never like, you know, I knew songs that they were like on the radio or whatever, but like I wasn't a fan, so I don't remember anything they were doing, how they looked. Was he always this feminine? Like, is this? And while there's nothing wrong with, like, you know, finding yourself and figuring out, you know, what you want to do, it's a common theme. Like, why does everybody wait till they get to Hollywood to decide I'm gonna be myself? Is that really yourself? Or is someone grooming you to be like this? And it's the blue nail polish, it's like so, it's like he doesn't really want to be. Okay, you like it, I love it. Oh, and the jumpsuit is covered in Swarovski crystals, just like Doja Cat was in her whatever that bloody diamond demon him from Powerpuff Girl. You listen, LL Cool J and Busta Rhymes. Why would I say LL Cool J? Yo, my mom has been watching this movie on a loop. What's the movie with Queen Latifah and LL Cool J in it? So now like I'm just like associating them together. Why would I ever I mean, why are they holding hands? I'm so confused. I mean, it's probably just like props because we know that she's very like that's also why it's funny that I would call her LL Cool J, because she's more masculine than he is. So, oh Lord, I want no parts in this. The nail polish, the snake around the neck. Who told Eve to bite the apple? Yo, okay. There's so much happening. What are these? Why does he have clown shoes on? And the Balenciaga, of course. You see, do y'all see? I need y'all to understand that the celebrities are not gonna ever denounce Balenciaga because they're all a part of this. Everybody is in cahoots. Nobody cares. And it's not even like if they're a part of it, like they're doing the same things, but they're signing off on it. They're just proving that none of this matters. And even if they think it does matter, they're not allowed to step out of line and say that it matters. So still, is that the people that you really want to like? Man, listen. And it's like the snake looks like a cross too. So it's like a distorted cross, a snake around your neck. Like, oh my goodness. He's so lost. And he already said that he was taking everybody to hell. Everybody listens to his music. All his fans was going to hell with him. And everybody was like, yeah, let's go to hell with Uzi. Like, then he's going to get a whole generation of kids to get the Neuralink freaking chip from Elon, if they still rocking with Elon. I don't know what's going on with it. Actually, they're so fake. Everybody behind the scenes, but I don't know what agendas people are pushing this week. Because one minute they act like it's left, and then it's right, and then it's this, and then it's that, and everybody has all these opinions, but then they be eating lunch together, and then they watch y'all have all these discourses on Twitter. Us, everybody, we all. Sam Smith, Kim Petras, then who are these extra people? I don't like the way this looks at all. Like, even just the picture. Why are their eyes black? Why is that person back there's eyes black like that? I don't like that. Oh, their eyes are not even, oh my God, their eyes are drawn on. Why? Oh my God. I don't like that. I don't like that. The points on the shoes. So like, okay, so Sam Smith is what are we doing right now? This is some type of devil pimp. He's Satan. What you want. Kim Petras. Okay, I have to ask because I asked on Twitter. Did y'all know that Kim Petras was trans before the speech? Because like I knew her story like back when she was a kid and was transitioning or whatever, and there was like a whole new story on it, but I didn't know that was her, like, you know, that there was any connection with that. It's like now that I know, like kind of subconsciously I can like pick out, but I would have to like really be picking for these things and be looking for them like really hard. So I'm like, I was on her Instagram, I saw the videos, and I'm just like, what? Like, she's trans, she's the first trans person to ever win this award and all these things, and I'm just like, what? But this is what I be talking about when everybody's like, you know, like the super conservative conspiracy theorists that think everybody's a transformer and everybody's inverted, and you know, the whole LGBT community. I don't deal with all the communities and all that stuff, but that every gay person is pushing an agenda of some kind, and it's just like, all right, there's a lot of people that just have nothing to do with any of this stuff. But this proves that when they're saying that Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, Glorilla, like all these people, and it's usually black female artists that they like really push this heavily with, they take these things and they're like, oh, that's a transformer, that's inverted, they're trying to distract you. They'll be like, oh, but she's so tall, and look at how this and look at how that. Bro, like, if the logic that y'all be trying to go by, it just and y'all know how I am so annoyed with Megan, and her fans got my TikTok deleted, so I'm not, you know, like trying to cape for Megan or anything like that, because bloop by. Yeah, no, I feel like she lies all the time. I just don't really gravitate towards her spirit, but I'm not gonna call her a man because of that. Like, that's just so weird. And I think that people be running with the whole, well, a stallion is a male horse, and it's like, if you from the hood and you're tall, like, I'm 5'10". I don't know why people think like I'm small or something. Like, I don't know what about me gives like little, but yeah, I'm 5'10", thick. So anytime I'll be outside, like, and it's usually like older guys like being weird, and it's not, I never liked it, but it's just, it's something that they do say. They'll be like, oh yeah, she's a stallion or whatever, and it's like, sir, I'm 12, like, please, what are you talking about right now? But it was like that, like, growing up, and she like pretty much had the same experience, and I can relate to what she was saying with that. So it's just like, for people to run with that is just so annoying. And that was her name way before she was famous. It's not like it was like, just some of the theories just really, but that's why they're theories, right? Back to Kim Petras. That's what I was saying. People, I never see people pointing her out saying, oh, she's placed here to distract you. She's placed here to, you know, she's inverted, and she actually is a trans woman. And not saying that people need to be posting her, attacking her, calling out her trans identity, whatever. That's not necessary. But it's just interesting how these people think that they have like this radar and they can figure out who's who and all that stuff, but you don't ever see her come up in conversation. You don't see Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt's daughter Shiloh, who was born a male and is now a female. You just see, oh, most beautiful little girl in the world, looks just like her mother, looks just like her father. Never hear about her being sent here to invert, and you know, so it's very interesting who y'all pick and choose to do this to every time, based on, oh, she doesn't have the right amount of hips, oh, look at her stomach, she looks too muscular. Like, I saw somebody try to pull a picture of Kehlani after she had her baby and say that she has a V-line, and I'm just like, this is back like when we were in 7th grade and everybody was saying that Ciara was her whatever. I just don't subscribe to those theories. I know that there are some, but a lot of the ones that are, and are, you know, here being Jezebels to suck your energy and to mess with your mind, you don't know that they are. It's usually the ones that y'all are lusting over, the magazines and the models. Like I said in my other videos, they hire a lot of trans models because they don't get their periods. They don't have the complaints that women have, and a lot of the, you know, misogynistic things. So the girls on Fashion Nova that the guys are double tapping on and following, a lot of them are trans, and it's just so funny to see the same conspiracy theorists who claim to know so much, like, under their pictures, like, oh, so beautiful, so, and it's like, they're like, oh no, I can tell, I always know. With the new beauty standard that we have right now, with the hips and the lips and the jawline fillers and all this stuff, biological women are literally competing to look like trans women, unless they start really, like Kim started as a child, didn't have to go through a male puberty. She was the youngest transgender ever, like, to get surgery at that point back then, years ago. A lot of the people we see now are transitioning later in life or just figuring out their identity, because there's been like this huge, you know, surge in identity and all of this stuff, and like non-binaryism, which is interesting in itself, because the Baphomet, again, non-binary, male and female parts, and represents all of this, you know, oneness. Originally represented oneness, but now is a figure that they worship, and it's a transgender figure, or a multi-gender, non-binary figure, whatever you want to call it. And then we have Sam Smith changed their pronouns. Everybody was like on my case because I was like, oh, he did this or whatever, and they're like, you can't call him a him. Someone literally wrote me and said, you can't call him a him. Like, I make that make sense. All these celebrities keep changing their pronouns like panties, and I don't have time. And it's like, I try to respect people's pronouns, I really do, and I try not to misgender people or whatever the case is. But when you just keep changing, or not even just keep, because I don't think he did this before, but you just pop out of nowhere and just decide like, oh, well, I'm changing my pronoun. Like, I don't even think he would have a problem. Listen, see, this is why I don't do this. I don't think Sam Smith would have a big problem because they just changed their pronouns, but whatever. People get so up in arms over these things, and it's just like, oh my gosh, we have better things to be fighting about right now. So it's just interesting to have Kim, who is transgender, and Sam, who changed their pronouns, and the rest of the trans, and however these people identify behind them. So yes, and representing the devil. So, and there's no, oh, you can't associate trans with the devil, and you can't do that. They did it. He showed up as the devil. He had the horns. Facts. My shells have spoken. But I've only seen little snippets from Twitter and stuff that people were tagging me in, so I'm interested in watching the full performance. I feel like I'm gonna have to do like a deep cleanse, like exorcism or something, but should be fun, right? Anderson .Paak, per usual, like he's always given, like, you know, like he's our generation's like Lenny Kravitz, and I don't know why exactly, but he just is to me. Like Lenny Kravitz and Mike Wheelie had a baby. He just be chilling. Like I don't really be having much to say about bro. Like he be doing a little symbolism here and there, but I don't know. Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly are like, I know she's wearing white, but it's giving Morticia. And another, I'm telling you, we are seeing a lot of sequins, disco ball, chrome, Lizzo. What is this? And the floral. So like this entire thing is a ritual. Like it's like it's a funeral. Like this is a, oh my gosh. And they showed that Takeoff was a sacrifice. Like I said, nobody listens to me about these. We're gonna watch that video, like that performance of Quavo. But I saw the screenshot of Quavo up there with his eye covered, singing with his little, with the chain and doing like, and then I heard him and Offset had a fight backstage. What y'all fighting about? Olivia Rodrigo looks terrified. Like her eyes look like it's like she's, I don't know, that I don't like the way her face looks at all. That's actually kind of sad. Like if I feel like if I stare at this a little too long, I might start crying because something is not right with her. It's kind of like she's in a trance, like she's not, like she's screaming behind, I don't, that's so weird. Julia Michaels, she disappeared for a while and then she just like popped up on TikTok, and I'm expecting more from her this year. I think there might be some symbolism that we might see from her. I don't really keep up with her, so if you guys do and you see it, send it to me. Her eyes have a lot like going on behind them too. If you did not know, I have been studying eyes lately, specifically Sanpaku eyes too, but just like in general, I've been just studying auras and eyes and like how to just read people's like deepest thing, and it's kind of invasive, so I try not to do it often, but I'm just like kind of putting it to use with my content as well. So Fat Joe, I don't know what, he recently put up a post of Nori and was like, welcome to the Illuminati, and it's like that, like it's little things like that that just show you how people stay relevant, because nobody's checking for Fat Joe's music, nobody's checking for like anything about Fat Joe right now. So like just the fact that he's in these conversations and he's doing like Doja with the hypnosis swirl earrings, and yes, I saw her post where she's like, I'm gonna keep playing into the Illuminati stuff because it's funny and it brings me joy, whatever she said. I don't care. She's playing, y'all. Like, it's, why do people keep forgetting about her crying and she was leaving the industry and everything was dark and everything sucked and people were mean and evil and all that stuff? She was gonna leave. She was done. And then shaves her head, does all this stuff, and now she's so super tough and everything is a joke and the Illuminati and blah blah blah. Like, come on, you guys. Like, I don't have time for that. They always do that. As soon, they did the same thing with Britney, did the same thing. Anytime you start complaining, SZA, she didn't have to shave her head or anything, but like as soon as you start complaining about how the industry sucks and you're so scared and you want to leave and you're tired of it, they come back 10 times harder, doubling down on nothing that they said and on how great everything is and how everything is a joke and that people need to stop taking all this stuff so serious. Suki went on there talking about how she sold her soul to the devil and how she shouldn't have never signed the contract and did what she did, and then now she's popping, locking, and twerking on little boys, like whatever. And I don't know what this is, Doja, dominatrix looking, like what, bondage, you know, the whole dominatrix look, the that American Horror Story look, like it's, and you saw the new American Horror Story NYC, there was a lot of symbolism in that. I haven't watched the show, but like even just the posters for it, like all that stuff, just out of line. Black China, Lord Jesus, is a fire. I'm not not gonna lie, I have not even looked up the symbolism for this outfit because I don't care. I don't even care to know what this might possibly be connected to because it doesn't matter. She has the Baphomet tattooed on her butt. People was writing me, sending this to me, talking about she got baptized. I had like 18 people write me and say she got baptized, but she's wearing this outfit. What does this outfit mean? She got baptized, but she got the Baphomet tattooed on her butt. Her own mother has said that she was a demon, and I mean, we know Tokyo Toni isn't, you know, the most reliable source, but she is, you know, she be talking her talk, and sometimes it's really on point. Sometimes she just be saying things, but she knows, she's been around enough. So yeah, I don't know what this is, but there's been a recent theme around crows, and one of the Patreon besties like shared a dream that they had, and it involved like a crow woman, and I was talking about something that had to do with crows, and it's just like, and you know, crows represent like, it's crows, right, that represent death, and so ravens, crows, you know, same, are associated with Apollo, the god of prophecy. They are said to be a symbol of bad luck and were the god's messengers in the mortal world. So you look at her. Apollo would either send a raven or a crow to spy on his lover. A lot of the Illuminati stuff has to do with Greek mythology, Christianity, Satanism. It's like all, they mock everything. They literally do. Like, they find a way. Listen, nothing is off limits. So yeah, Blac Chyna has been gone. She's gone, you guys. Like, just give it up. Oh, we have the real LL Cool J. So he was there. Is it the real LL Cool J though? I think I might have spoke too soon. This man looks like he's been bleaching and got some done to that face. What is this? He's so old school too, holding his hands like that. What is that even? Oh my gosh. Big Frida, after posting that his gay mother died and all that stuff, that people always want to dedicate somebody after they dead. Beyonce dedicating a Grammy to her uncle. Not say she didn't sacrifice her. I was gonna say she didn't sacrifice her uncle because that happened back when she was like 17 or 18, but she was a Destiny's Child back then, and her father ain't about shit. He would have let them, or he would have involuntarily did it. But it was also a good PR story because, you know, he died from HIV, and the album was dedicated to the queer community as well. So I'm just gonna try to put two and two together and guess that her uncle was queer, and it's good PR for her to use that because the gay community is actually very upset with Beyonce for her Dubai performance, knowing that it's illegal to be gay in Dubai and all of that. You know, supposed to be an ally, and she went and performed a private concert for them. So yeah, and I think there's like some other things that they was mad about, but none of my business. Amber Rose is a demon. I don't know what's going on. She's like, there's something attached to her that's very like nasty now. And I used to like her. Like, she still had like some spark in like the beginning of her career, and then it just, Lucky Day has literally this like chrome venom thing getting wrapped around, and the black goo, the chrome goo, like all. Remember when like they were trying to, there was like this one point in time, I remember, like, now I can look back in hindsight, it's 2020, when they were distracting us heavy and everybody was wearing the grills with like the chrome dripping and all that stuff, and the Nicki Minaj Pills and Potions video had the drips in it. Like, these things, when you look back, you're like, wow, that does make sense. This is all connected. They're like all little signifiers and things. Like, just pay attention to the patterns. Oh, Thames is so beautiful. I don't really have anything to say about this look. I don't see any symbolism going on. Dirk, and what is he wearing? He could take the niggas out. Those eyes, those are he is what inspired the entire Sanpaku eye like thing on my page, because at first I was just like researching it, and then I was really like looking at his eyes, and I was like, dang, I really need to talk about this. So I had to like, you know, give like a background on what Sanpaku eyes were so I can like talk about it. But it was literally looking at him that was like, dang, I need people to understand what's going on here. And yes, I know that he pops pills, he drinks, he takes drugs, you know, I understand that, but y'all need to also understand that doing those things leave your body open for demonic possession. So I don't know why you would think like, oh no, he's not possessed, he's just drugs. That's the same. alcohol, drugs, all of that. You will get some, you can get all these energies attached to you that, yeah, so whatever, dude. That's a whole separate, you know, conversation. But yeah, a lot of their eyes are just like screaming. Quavo has his eyes covered, of course, and then you'll notice a lot of them too, like after like they just did like some type of sacrifice or something went on or something just happened, they'll have their eyes covered. And I know some people can say, oh, he's sad, whatever. He was just fine running around at white parties and Diddy parties and doing, they don't want you to be able to read their eyes. They're like shielding Glorilla with her black and white dress, the black and white illusion. You know, like her stylist knew what they were doing, just like she just got that tattoo on her leg with the Eye of Providence on it and the triangle or whatever with the eye in it and the vow of silence. Like she went all out with that, and then she took the photo shoot with her eye covered. Like these people are so funny. Let's go to YouTube and we can, okay, so we have a list here of performances that took place at the Grammys. I don't think we need to look at every performance because, like, why would I do that? Like, what? Let's keep it a buck. Yo, where was, why didn't let Ice Spice? Was she at the Grammys? That girl has been consistent, okay? I actually like her. She's getting popular, so I'm guessing they're gonna try to probably, like, you know, I don't know if she's independent or not. If she's independent, then she's doing her thing. But if she did, sign, I wonder what they're gonna have her doing soon. But she's consistent. I like her little sound. It's cute for New York. Like I think it's cute for like the young little smoochies. All right, let's just let's start off Sam Smith. Lord, I'm going to regret this. Where is, they took the performance off of YouTube. I just want to put this in. If Ab-Soul comes popping out looking all rejuvenated, his lips all bright and not looking like an old drunk like he be looking, yeah, because he's been like just in questionable situations lately. I don't know, I just had the urge to say that. So just, okay, so I had to go to freaking Twitter to find a video of the performance because I can't find it anywhere on YouTube or like anywhere clear. So I guess this is the most clear copy that we are about to get tonight, so whatever. This part can't go on YouTube anyway. This will be on Patreon exclusively. But yeah, oh, it's starting to clear up. Okay, so maybe it's not so bad. All right, but like already we're starting in the ring with these women around him that look like the girl from The Ring. And what was The Ring about? Wasn't that you're gonna die in 7 days? Like, it was like literally putting a hex on people. If you watch the movie, if you watch this video, that was The Ring, right? Am I crazy? He is set. Oh my, this is a seance. I thought the 20-second clip that I saw on Instagram was bad. He just, why would you throw that up? Why would you throw that up? Why? They are literally, okay, I know the song, I understand that the song is called Unholy, but they are hexing the crowd. Oh my God. People are clapping and watching that. I don't even want to look at the, like, God, I'm doing this for you. This is for research purposes only. Like, she's in a cage. We're just throwing it all out. How does Sam Smith go from Sam Smith to what we just witnessed? No. And then there was a video I saw on Instagram. It was like a snippet of people were talking about how nobody's as miserable as Ben Affleck, and all I could hear in the background was like the host person. They were like on the phone. Like, I told you guys I didn't watch the Grammys, so I don't know who was like handing out things or whatever, but let's see if I can find it on YouTube. There's this part where whoever was presenting, but they're like on the phone and they're like, no mom, it wasn't the real devil, it was just a performance or whatever. And no, I know you tried to warn me about Hollywood. Like, bro, what are we talking about? So like, y'all know this was all planned. And then CNN had the nerve to post a tweet before the Grammy started, was like, we're ready to worship under Sam Smith's thing. And then after the performance, after everybody was in an uproar, they deleted it. Like, if they didn't know that that's what he was gonna come do. You know, they do like pre-show, like, you know, they run through these things first. You don't just get to go to the Grammys and go up there. Just like, and people were trying to compare this to Nicki Minaj, like her Roman's Holiday thing, which also they knew was gonna happen. Bestie dabbled in the oregano before this, so I'm a little woo-woo. There was a whole pre-show before she got on stage with like the woman from The Conjuring and like Insidious and that type of stuff. She was there, and it was like a whole scary movie that they played on the screen before Nicki went out on that stage. There was a whole thing, like a whole production. Do y'all think that they canceled her and stopped letting her go to the Grammys and never gave her a Grammy because she performed Ritual up there? They knew what she was doing. They signed off on it. She didn't come up with that. And then they had her like levitating and all this stuff. Like, all of these things are... I found it. Okay, it's Trevor Noah. Who's Trevor? Oh, that's the guy from the news, right? Is he a comedian too? I told y'all, I be checked out these days. I don't follow none of these people. I don't. Okay, so it's Trevor Noah. He was on the phone with his mom. This is clearly a skit. So let's just...
Mom, it wasn't the actual devil. No, they were just dressed as the devil, Mom. I have to go. Yeah, you did warn me about Hollywood. Thank you. She said she'll be praying for all of us. Thank you. All right.
So, yeah. And let's not forget that it was all sponsored by Pfizer. Next up, we have the God Did performance. Oh my god, 8 minutes and 15 seconds. I did not know that this was... I didn't know I was gonna have to give 10 minutes of my life. They're all starting in rings. What the craziest... Yo, this is crazy. Like, just hearing that, please forgive me, God did. People really think they can do anything, like the most wicked things in the world, and because they repent or like say like, you know, Jesus is their savior, that all of that stuff just gets eliminated. And I'm just like, that doesn't make sense to me. Yo, I'm just saying, like, if I was Jesus, I would not die for none of this. I said that in my Lovecraft Country. He had on a Balenciaga, like, mock little sweater at the Grammy. So, you know, he's not... And he's been hanging out with Madonna and all of them. So his music, just, like, we cannot deny the influence that Lil Wayne has had on so much. Like, damn. I've never heard this song before. Or, like, so this is just... Wow. And that's how they get us. You see, that's how they do that. Because, like, why is this such a good, like, this is a good song. But it also is like giving me like the heebie-jeebies, and that's like, I always have to like feed into that feeling more, because I will get lost in the music. I used to do it so often. That's how I got sucked into wanting to be in the music industry, because I felt so deeply about music, and now I've learned to like separate it more. But it's just like, wow, it's really hypnosis. I just said, what is this set? And it's The Last Supper. I just on my post on Madonna and her Last Supper symbolism. Yo, they are crazy. Everybody started their verse with what God did. Here comes the narcissist. Here comes Jay-Z talking about Hov did. Jay-Z is literally his name, he calls himself Jehovah. Like Jehovah. Like God. He thinks it just like Kanye with his Yeezy, Jesus. They really was walking around calling themselves God and Jesus. And then everybody wonders why they got so much turmoil happening in their relationship. Like, and he's literally covering his eye after he just said Hov. No, he got his wife and his diamond princess always by his side. Oh man, she was too in love with Chris Brown, too involved. She wasn't listening. So they had to break that up. They had to find a way to separate them so she would be a good puppet. And people will listen to this and be like, well, the title says God did, so this is a godly song. This song is about, like, And that's why it's so easy for them to get people from the street and people from the hood to get into the music industry and get them to sell their souls and become puppets, because they already used to this mentality of being on the street. Like their souls are already wrapped up in this. And that's why I always bring up again DMX and Damien, because he broke it down so perfectly about how he was just a regular dude out, like, you know, in the streets hustling, and the devil Damien came to him and said, I could get you this car, these girls, everything you want. And see you outside and you just getting money. You think these things are coming to you because you earned it, you deserve it, because it's the lifestyle that comes with that. And it's not. These are gifts being given to you to tempt you by Satan, your lowest frequency. Whether you believe it's an actual person, somebody in hell waiting for you, if it's your Christ consciousness is Jesus and God, or your lowest vibration is in your lowest frequency all the way down in you is Satan. We are all, listen. It's all connected. Either whatever you believe in, those frequencies, those things come from that lower vibration, and you will be offered these things when you're living, and when you're not in alignment, you're living in your lowest self. When you're in your highest self, you realize like none of those things are important. Material things are the last. And that's why so many artists have these horror stories and, oh, I was grinding, I was coming from the mud and all that stuff, because now they feel like somebody's saving them, somebody's taking them from that. But you don't realize the music business is just the street with suits. Like, it's literally still, you're literally in the game, but now you're the product. This man really said, this is Psalms 151, this is Hope's testament, this is a hymn, I'm him, like a hymn. Oh my God, he went crazy. He went crazy. The book of Hove. This turned water into wine. Oh my God, for Hove just took the stove. He's literally talking about, oh my God. Like, he really took this song. He literally just straight up said, no, I'm God. I'm God. Like, and it's one thing to be like because in this spiritual journey, we all learn that we have God in us, and like we are all made in God's image and we are gods. Like, but to be like, you are God, the God, like you create, like you're really like, that's, no way, no way, no way.
They believe in us. God did.
I gotta read the comments. I gotta read the comments. So profound and awesome. So profound and awesome performance. What an epic performance. My faves. Absolutely love this performance. Jay-Z is such a genius. Performance for the arts, the way it's supposed to be done. Never been more proud to be Black. Where did you find Friday, and how did you know his voice? Who is Friday? Yeah, I need to know who that is. His voice is really like cool. But the moment Jay said Hove did, I felt the blasphemy. Thank you. Finally, somebody with some sense in these. I assumed he was referring to Jehovah. No, he's talking about himself. He is Jehovah. Oh my gosh, you see people be trying to make excuses for them, and they like, everybody knows this. How you gonna just try to come and make up an excuse? We all know that he calls himself Jehovah because he thinks he's God. Like, come on, thank you. Low-key looks ritualistic. Low-key? This was the same amount of blasphemy as Sam Smith's performance, but because it wasn't red and didn't have devil horns, people are not connecting the two. So I know that Bad Bunny performed, and I'm sure there was like mad symbolism in there, but I just don't. I don't want to listen to it. I'm not gonna lie. You can't make me. I am going to end it on this video of Quavo performing, because I know, allegedly, I feel in my heart that Takeoff was a sacrifice. The contract that he was looking at in their last video, just the energy behind it gave sacrifice. It really did. I'm sorry. And if it wasn't him directly, it was the label, but this is given programmed. It's just very weird. We also have Saturn on the side. More Saturn worship. Does anybody else think it was like really convenient that he like made this tribute song too, like right before the Grammys? And like right after, like it's like he died right on time, right? Just like Virgil Abloh died right on time for that big LV event. And why is Offset not on stage with you? I don't care what the label got going on. This your brother, this your, like, there's a lot going on behind the scenes that y'all don't understand. That has nothing to do with Saweetie. That has nothing to do with like, this is deeper than that. His eyes covered. Y'all, and I saw a video. They were saying that Tokyo Toni was talking about Black China, and that's right on time. We were just talking about her earlier, so this can end our video off. I want to see what she had to say. That's so funny, because I was literally saying earlier, like, Tokyo Toni be chatting, but she be on point sometimes. I don't know. And it's terrible because she's her mother. Like, you shouldn't go like be making your kid free game like this. But
China this morning, and when I found out and I saw it, I said, China, what in the H is this? Who are you trying to not impress? And was this the guy that lives with you? Because this looked like his style. With it. So that's what I texted her. I mean, it may have been a little mean or whatever, but it was well deserved. You see, my phone fell over. So yeah, I texted her and told her, you know, what is that? What are you doing? What is it? No response. Maybe if I said, oh, the dress was beautiful, maybe I would have got a response. It was terrible. And I just wish that whole day could just rewind and bring her back and put a nice golden dress on her with some blonde hair. We've been happy. It was horrible. I think that outfit was horrendous. It was sickening. It was looks like a worship ceremony. She looked like Black Adam wife fell out the sky like a fallen angel. It was disgusting. Her eyes, it don't look like Black China. It just don't look like her at all. That dress, I could have came and took it off.
For her mother to say it don't look like her, it was a worship ceremony. The whole Grammys was a worship ceremony. Every single award show is. But yeah, that's what it was. That's what it is. I have nothing else to say. I'm exhausted. I'm like literally, I can't believe they did that. Quavo showed up with his eye covered, and I told y'all that was a freaking sacrifice. Oh my goodness. Well, as usual, I hope you enjoyed this video. To my Patreon pals, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for being on this journey with me. I hope you guys are enjoying all the content that you have so far. For my YouTube babies, you know, I love you for life. I'm sorry that I know a lot of you can't join the Patreon. It's okay. Like, don't feel pressured to, or like, you know, you're missing out on anything. It's for the people who can. And, you know, I really, really, really do appreciate it, like, to my core. Just the fact that I have any subscribers is just like, it's always amazing to me. I know that it just sounds like tired and dragged out every time I say it maybe, but I'm just so thankful. If you guys just like knew my life story and like watched me growing up, like as a kid, like especially growing up on YouTube. I don't think anybody follows me now that was following me when I was in high school or like middle school, like because I was getting out of middle school when YouTube like was like starting to be a little something, and I've had a YouTube since then, 2009. I've been doing this forever, and I just didn't think that I would ever build a community like this. I'm just grateful. I was just doing it for me and just like a place, like a online diary of like things that I'm interested in the moment. Music, film, research, conspiracies. Like, it's just thank you for caring and listening. And I just want us to all be aware, and I want to do it in a fun way. I don't want it to be so, these things are so depressing to like research and look up, and I just want to be able to present it to you guys in a way that you understand. You don't feel like forced or like, you know, culty. Like, it's not the vibes here. It's just like I'm presenting information. Take it if you want to take it. If you don't, it's okay. Just thanks for watching. Thanks for being, you know, open-minded to receiving some of the information, even if it wasn't for you. But yeah, I think I am going to end that here. We do have a Discord for the collective. There's a private Discord for people who join the 3rd tier, the Awakening with Oracle Storm tier on Patreon. There's a public Discord for everybody if you want to join it. Like, the link will be in the description under my link tree, or I'll just like put it there by itself as well. If you got this far and you really didn't subscribe yet, that's crazy. Like, that's actually disrespectful. I can't believe you would do that to me. Like, did I not, like, were you not entertained? You stayed this long and you did. Like, that's wow. For all the besties that, you know, are already subscribed and you've been here, if you didn't give me a like yet, that's crazy. Like, that's, my heart is breaking. Like this video, subscribe, share, tell a friend. If you're watching on Patreon, tell a friend to subscribe. Or, you know, I'm not Netflix. I don't care. If you want to share your Patreon account with your friends so y'all can all get this knowledge, throw your friend a password. Don't screen record or screenshot or anything from my Patreon. We don't do that. But if you want to share and you want to be, you know, hold it down. Get your bestie to go half on the, you know, Patreon with you, so y'all are, you know, equal participants in this. But yeah, I will be back soon with another video. I love you guys.
So I'm gonna